Cowboys Nation, take a breath and really picture this, because if Brian Flores is walking into Dallas, we're not just talking about a coaching hire, we're talking about a full defensive rebirth. This is the kind of move that changes how players practice on Wednesday, how opponents prepare on Saturday, and how games feel on Sunday. If the Cowboys land Brian Flores, this defense is no longer a question mark, it becomes a statement. Let's go back to why this moment even exists. The 2025 season forced Dallas to look in the mirror. The numbers were ugly, and there's no running from them. Near the bottom of the league in total defense, historically bad against the pass, touchdowns allowed at a rate that embarrassed a franchise built on defense and intimidation. That's not just a schematic failure, that's an identity failure. And the Cowboys didn't flinch. They cut ties quickly, they accepted reality, and they hit reset. That reset only truly means something if the next hire brings teeth. Brian Flores brings teeth. If Flores is coming to Dallas, the very first thing that changes is the mindset. Practices get louder, meetings get sharper, details start to matter again. Flores is known around the league as a coach who demands precision and effort on every snap. There is no freelancing for the sake of comfort. There is no surviving on talent alone. If you're on the field, you're accountable. That alone would be a culture shock in the best way possible for a defense that looked lost too often last season. And here's where Cowboys Nation should really get excited. Flores doesn't coach scared. He doesn't sit back and hope the offense makes a mistake. His defenses attack. They disguise pressure. They confuse quarterbacks before the snap and punish them after it. That aggressive DNA is exactly what Dallas has been missing. Too many times last season, opposing quarterbacks looked calm, settled, confident. Under Flores, that comfort disappears. Quarterbacks speed up, throws get rushed, mistakes happen. Now think about the fit inside the building. With Brian Schottenheimer carrying the offensive focus, Flores would be given the keys to the defense. Full control, full authority, no split responsibilities. That clarity matters. When everyone knows who's in charge and what the standard is, execution improves. This wouldn't be a defense wondering what it wants to be, it would know exactly what it is. Fast, physical, disciplined, and relentless. The ripple effect would be immediate. Veterans feel it first. Leaders step up or get exposed. Young players grow faster because the expectations are crystal clear. Depth players understand that effort and preparation can earn snaps. That kind of environment doesn't just fix schemes, it hardens a roster. And hardened rosters are the ones still standing late in the season. Now, let's talk about league perception, because that matters more than fans sometimes realize. The moment Dallas hires Brian Flores, the narrative shifts. National media stops talking about the Cowboys as a defensive liability and starts talking about them as a potential problem. Opposing coordinators don't chalk Dallas up as an easy matchup anymore. They start studying tendencies. They start worrying about pressure packages. They start preparing for chaos. This would also be a massive statement from the front office. It would say Dallas is done gambling on maybes, done with short-term fixes, done with hoping things improve. Hiring Flores would say the Cowboys want a proven defensive mind with edge, experience, and authority. Someone who has been in big moments and understands how thin the line is between winning and losing in this league. Cowboys Nation, this is bigger than one season. This is about direction. This is about restoring pride on one side of the ball. If Brian Flores is the guy, then the defense stops being something the offense has to carry and starts becoming something that carries its own weight. Third downs turn into weapons. Red zone stops return. Momentum swings back to Dallas. If this happens, AT&T Stadium feels different. The energy changes, the confidence changes, the belief changes. The Cowboys stop hoping games break their way and start forcing them to. That's what a real defensive leader brings. Now, I want to hear from you. If Brian Flores is the next defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, do you believe this defense can flip the switch immediately and become a strength again? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe to Dallas Game Day, because this decision could define the next era of Dallas Cowboys football.